Makanza heading off. So Manitu Mubundu heads on, and just 4 goals scored in the tournament. 2-goal Makanza is off. They've only got their captain left. 4-1 for Kalanji. Well, they want a card. It's not their job to decide. April, I think, saved from it, given the fact he pulled his boot away. He didn't complete the action in the way that Favre Di Bongelli did in the first half with his overhead kick. His goal is here. The quarter-final ties. But here goes Shaquille April early into Asheni. Back to the number 7. It's clipped to the back post. But 2-2 read the flight of the ball well. Gets it going early. Tanda could be in because the line's not that great. But Timba instead has to motor across because it's found by Motobo. Great ball whipped in. Vital defensive covering to deny Tony Talasi. Short corner, swung in. Brilliant defensive header, but on the edge of the area. Tried to smash it through the crowd, but Slanda sees it just dribble out for a throw-in. Bit of energy brought by the substitutes. And they bring about the end of the deadlock. To Rapu down the line. Billy giving no space to work in. South Africa having to defend, but now they could be on the break. Will the coaches be brave and push for their players to go out and try and win the match? Will they be defensive and cautious? Hope something happens, but if not, be prepared to go all the way to spot kicks. So well done from Pili as he finds Otata. Asheni in the middle. He went himself, and the now armband wearing midfielder over. Patrick Otata, another of the Cape Town City boys, along with Asheni and Shaquille April. Under 20 minutes left of regulation time. And now DR Congo. Can they create a chance in Tanda? Thinks better of just smashing it. Lays it off. Tried to play a 1-2 with his captain. Manitu Mubundi couldn't get it across. Now it's gone to the other flank. And Matobo just waiting on it. And April stuck out a toe. Combe. Goes back to Jurozaoka. Otata catching the midfielder. Trying to play his pass, and it is a booking for the Amajita captain. Taking the armband for Neo Rapu at half-time. Much like the left-back, he's now in the referee's book. Confirmation, Otata in the book. Second yellow card for the Amajita. 4 handed out to the young Leopards. Bonjelli and Makanta have already gone off as it's fired through the crowd, but Mabundu can certainly do better. Trying to keep the party atmosphere here in the Suez Canal Stadium. But Asheni wants to silence them, but can't. Flick it over. Boozing to Shilanda, but now Shaquille April off Asheni, and then it's played off the number 9. Brilliant recovery from Dieu Merci Lukombe. Guy Bukasa has made initial changes as the clock ticks on. It only becomes far more stressful. Plenty of strain. And one of these sides find the relief and the ecstasy of a vital goal. The little back heel. Rapu for Asheni. DR Congo wanted a flag. There isn't one. The number 9's doing it all on his own, but final effort was just a body in the way to block. Tanda waits on it. Does well to protect. Feeds it back. Launchlon Aoka's at it. Wins the header. Rapu comfortably first to it. What a touch by Shaquille April. And then felled by Lukombe. Certainly taking a lot of punishment. Cape Town City boy keeps coming back for more. Kekana. Naku. Timba seems to be okay after a little bit of treatment, having gone down. Billy wants support from Rapu, finally gets it. Does he have a delivery? He does, and it's cleared away by Efuele. This time, April unable to get it down. Was there a handball? Yes, there was. A little bit of footwork from Matobo, not interesting in the Amajita. Getting on with things quickly. The shove there, and then the hand unintentionally, but taken away from the winger. He's not amused too much with the decision. Does his side have to defend? April. I think he's convinced by the placing, but Rapu, plenty of space to get this up and down. Look for the head, particularly of Tylon Smith. Just wants a wicked delivery to try. Have the defence guessing that Lee Asheni, his shift is over. And on comes Tabang Malangu, well named because he has come on, banged in a couple of goals off the substitutes bench. 19-year-old super sport striker heads on a double against Sierra Leone to put some real shine on that 4-1 victory. Can he make an immediate impact? Rapu, big header out. That's a great ball from Manitu Lubundu, but South Africa win it back. Timber. That's a smart ball that opens up some opportunities. Billy just runs into trouble and then just manages to keep it in. The best of balls, but able to keep control. That's a lovely ball forward, but Tata couldn't produce the nutmeg. Lovely touch from Tanda in field, but a little rush from Anuta Mabundu. Rapu wants to protect the ball, does so from Talasi. Then didn't really have much in the way of options, easily blocked. Spread by Kalonji. Space, but is there quality? Well, Kalonji's come up from the back. Taylor Smith steps across. Time ticking away. Will we need an extra 30 minutes? Corner kick. Can DR Congo deliver what could be a brutal blow to South Africa's hopes? They take it short. Matobo clips it in, headed down by the captain. It's now a real scramble. Daniel Tisolanda just couldn't get his shot away. They were caught out by the short corner. You can hear the cries for Shaquille April to be more lively to the danger. Manutu again. Better defended as Machita told to get up the park. Kalonji deflected and bobbling, and Tanda might have been able to try and find Talasi first time. Now here's Motobo into his captain on the spin. Well, he goes down more hopeful than expectant, but here comes a strike that's deflected away. Shalanda with a couple of opportunities in a minute. You can see his frustration. He felt that might have been goal bound. Whether would have caught Fletcher Lowe out, we'll never know. Succession of corners for the young Leopards. This time there's a clean effort by Jules Aoka. Can only find the gloves of Fletcher Lowe. Launches out to Timber. Finds Otata. Great challenge from Aoka. Matobo. Tanda leaves it a little short for Manutu. Lovely turn from Tony Talassi. Even better defending from Rapu, but then it's so cheaply given away. 25 fouls between the two. Highly competitive rather than a dirty match. Here is effervescent Matobo. Clips it into Ntanda. Tylon Smith waits on it, then he's made an absolute hash of it. But the cutback, fortunately for the Stellenbosch defender, falls to Kekana. Ball out, space and time. Extra time looming in the not too distant future, unless someone can find a late winner for a place not just in the semi-finals of Egypt 2025, but a ticket to Chile for the World Cup in September. That's one in a really good position by Otata, wants to get the cut on. Shaquille April, they're lining up, and it's blocked by Kalonji. They seem to be getting each other's way, the Amajita. Pili in the end with the final effort. Otata winning it from Efuele. April in between the two, then he cut in. Great position by Kalonji. Big opportunity squandered by South Africa. Down on the deck, Dieu merci Lecombe, but if this goes into extra time and penalties, we see more of that. But this was the short corner, clipped in, and Tanda down. A touch from Tishalanda just allowed the defender to recalibrate, because look at the space he had. And Kwali did brilliantly. He finally got away, but they were caught in a 2-on-1. The young Leopards, golden opportunity that just went awry. Now a corner at the other end, and it would have been a free header for Nkwali. But now a break on, 3-on-3. And decided to run down a cul-de-sac. It will be a booking for Kekana. He's not going to be bothered. He gets a high five from the returning Tylon Smith. Poor decision making though. There was space on the right. Even if he hadn't been fouled, would he have got there first? So Gomalemo Kekana, Sundown's own midfielder, into the book is Raymond Daka. His opposite number, Guy Bukasa. Gonna have to start pondering what they do. And Bukasa making his first move. Samuel Ntanda heading off his race run. And that means oncoming Isaac Lufu-Iku.
Vous voulez savoir combien vaut votre voiture? Allez sur vendezvotrevoiture.fr. Rentrez simplement les détails de votre véhicule et recevez rapidement son prix de vente. Obtenez votre prix de vente sur vendezvotrevoiture.fr.
Substitution for DR Congo. Number 12, Dieu merci out.
So those players coming on, I think with as much thinking of extra time. Just hoping to create a big moment, but one came for Pili in South Africa. They couldn't take it. A couple of half opportunities for defender Tishiolanda. In a hugely even match, a little cheer there, slip from Shaquille April, but Efuele, the looping ball, unable to be attacked. Lovely spin though, in the winger down, the TFSA man, without the quality to really punish Yamajita. Tylon Smith thought about going back to low. Instead, that's a poor ball that's headed back towards Yamajita goal. Smith does better on that occasion. Shaquille April tried the nutmeg but didn't come off. Those two work so well together, Matobo and Aritu. So just under 2 minutes of the 90 remaining. DR Congo looking for something spectacular, but Fletcher Lowe. So he skipped on his line, knowing it was heading over. Tony Talasi going for the speculative. Dug out and away. We ooh furious reaction, although it's from Lazola Maku for his teammates rather than anyone else. Talasi just had the upper hand. Raw emotion. There'll be plenty playing out as we head for an extra half an hour, unless there is a big twist. Striding forward, Kalunji gave the impression he was going to try a Vincent Kompany. That one, like most of the efforts, failing to hit the target. That will be the biggest frustration for the coaching staff. So 3 minutes at the end of the 90, or we're heading to extra time. South Africa with a throw in. For a bit of movement. Malangu. There's a flag up in the end against Tabang Malangu. Efuele has been allowed to keep running. Needed a little bit more pace if he was going to play it in behind for the run of Matobo. Kill April. Are these sides going to settle for an extra 30 minutes? There's someone going to push the boat out. try and sail into the semi-finals. I mean, almost literally walking a tightrope there. Shaquille April. His name really does make you think of O'Neill's. Shaquille O'Neal. April O'Neil. The Turtles fan. No one's hiding in their shell here. Players putting themselves on the line. There just has been that lack of final quality. Malangu at the near post, but wasn't picked out by the long throw, and so Tylon Smith will be given the opportunity as Safiso Timba slots into his position. Long from the big defender. 2-2 comes a long way. Doesn't get near it, but it didn't need to. Kwali. Timba. It's a smart ball. Malangu steps over it. He could let this run for the corner. He does so successfully. You just see him react to the fact that Tishalanda got a touch on it. And the strength to let it run out. Delivery time. Rapu, can he deliver a semi-final place? Well, 2-2 under pressure with a fantastic punch out. He was brave, and he gets a free kick. And he doesn't want to be heading back to Alsace too early. Brave. Cleared his lines as the full-time whistle sounds. Kekana tries to rally the troops. Raymond Ndaka, Guy Bukassa's young men, gonna have to go for another 30 minutes because at the Suez Canal Stadium, after 90 minutes, it's ended South Africa 0. DR Congo 0. Extra time looms in Ismailia. So only one of the 4 quarterfinals saw a goal in 90 minutes. Let's listen in. Raymond Ndaka in South Africa. I didn't get much there, unfortunately. Fly on the wall being waved away. Well, now it's a case of just tending to the sore bodies. There's some really knackered looking youngsters out there panting for breath. They've got to go again. So Nigeria and Senegal started this quarterfinal odyssey at the stadium. Goalless throughout. 3-1 on penalties, with the defending champions knocked out after missing 3 spot kicks. It was then Morocco, Sierra Leone, again goalless until the 115th minute. Sierra Leone had been down to 10 men in extra time. And it was recorded as a Amara Keita own goal that saw the young Atlas Cubs head into a semi-final with Egypt after they threw away a 2-goal lead, only to beat the 10 men of Ghana themselves on spot kicks. That one was a real nail-biter. 5-4, just the one penalty failure. And Abdallah Mustenji was the hero for the young Pharaohs, the 20-year-old defender. But who will be the hero among these two tired squads? You have to dig deep. Will the fear of a mistake see us go all the way to penalties? Or will there be someone to be brave and make something happen in open play? So South Africa and DR Congo. No, it's not just about the tournament here at Egypt 2025. The World Cup in Chile is on offer for whoever wins this particularly tough arm wrestle. Almost ready to get back underway for the first 15 minutes. Lufuiku prepares to get us underway once Efuele is back in position. Here we go. South Africa and DR Congo couldn't find a winner in the opening 90. We've now got an extra 30 minutes. If not, it will be going to dreaded penalties. Rapu. Can they find that extra reserve of energy? Tyler Smith under pressure from the press from Matobo. South Africa initially playing their way out, though that's really well done from Shimanga. Then it's given away cheaply. Haley peeling off on the left flank. Wants it from Rapu. Instead, nice little triangle gets the winger in possession. Kekana tried to feed it forward. Now having to trot back. Ball in behind, but Tyler Smith with the pace, the long legs to also not take any chances. DR Congo start again. Long ranger, that is certainly speculative. don't think they're too happy with his decision making. Maybe just trying to keep them G'd up. Focus so important. Tata with the flick on, but it didn't reach Malangu. Nice little touch in field, but even better skills and delivery from Manitu Mabundu. Didn't reach anyone, but that one also didn't reach the goal of Fletcher Lowe. Hit with venom, Tishmanga. A little in the way of threatening. Tishlanda. Little exchange. Now Kalonji has to bring in field, and that's just launched high in the sky. South Africa try and bring a bit of control. Mapu, Otata, that's great from Fuele, and runs for Lufuiku. Replaced his captain Samuel Ndanda before extra time. His cross cut out at the near post. Now South Africa with a chance to hit up the pitch. Fletcher Lowe, that is very loose. Aoka stands on it. And then beaten out. Malangu makes the run across. It's a great touch. And taken out. Well, Malangu is asking. And Kalonji didn't win the ball. He was turning in towards goal, a little wide, but still a huge surprise of the defender of Celeste FC. Wasn't to go in the book. You don't want to see players asking for it. The referee's decision. Maybe a little let off there. But unlike defensive partner Tishlanda, not on a booking, so have been of even more consequence in the moment. Rapu just, I think, maybe wanted him to pull near a post. Tyler Smith, certainly one of the best targets at the back as it swung towards him. Doesn't reach Otata. But now, turn, fire towards goal. A header from Mukandila, who's now wearing the armband. Just asking for Tutu to command the area maybe a bit more. So set piece now, a corner kick. Rapu looking to deliver a big moment to the back post. Otata! Well, if Tutu is getting a critical word from Mukandila, he'll be getting huge props for a fine save. I haven't seen too many of them in the match, but Otata got that little bit of space, heading towards the top corner. Strasbourg keeper was smartly to it. Rapu again from this near side. Outswinger. This time DR Congo make first contact. Danger not over though. Rapu gets support from Philly. Oh, well, he's punched off his own player. How lucky. As Tutu off Kalonji finds Tishmanga. No, evidently didn't see what was coming. This was the previous one for Otata. A save you'd expect him to make, but he was alert to the danger. This is the first meeting between these nations in Africa Cup of Nations. It's certainly been a wonderful contest, if lacking in final third quality. Tata did well to direct that on goal. But Tutu well positioned to palm away. Taylor Smith. Malangu taken out. You can see South Africa a little frustrated, felt they might have had a chance to get in behind, but instead Malangu a little bruised, but they want him in the air as Rapu gets another opportunity to put pressure on the young Leopards defence. Tata with a header saved moments before. That one into the near post, bobbling around. Malangu tried to spin on it, but Shalanda was alert. Striker working back well. It will be DR Congo throw. Malangu, one of the Super Sport United players, scored 2 goals in just 53 minutes of action. Can he be the hero tonight? Chalo has had precious little to do. Ryan Tutu as well. And that vital intervention to deny Otata. Candela looked like a player who was about to bounce the ball, which could have bounced him into the book. Just well advised not to have. Referee over quickly. Just a stern word.
C'est pas ta Camille dans la bouteille?
Oh bah oui, je reconnais sa pulpe.
Youhou, Camille! C'était sûr qu'elle réussirait, cette petite.
Ah, tu m'étonnes. Par contre, ma cadette, je te raconte pas. Alors on n'est pas assez bien pour elle. Madame veut être artiste.
Chut, chut, c'est le moment de Camille.
Oh là 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 là, c'est beau, c'est bulle, sa pulpe.
Orange, ce qui peut arriver de mieux à une orange.
Isotoner présente sa nouvelle collection de sandales extra souples. Légèreté et flexibilité, Isotoner, le confort vous libère.
Will fly in. They're always spectacular, but percentage-wise, they're not a great home banker. South Africa trying to play their way out. They do have a throw, but remain in their half. Not in a major rush. maths of risk and reward. Certainly, faith becomes more challenging to produce, but Kekana found well. That's a really smart ball by Timba. Sometimes it doesn't have to be the most complicated to be the most effective. Billy, Rapu onto it, tries to dig out the cross. It's a really strong, smart challenge and an even better ball out. Manitu, Mbundu sees Talasi on the ball, who switches the play. Matobo clips it in, but he can't find Talasi or Lufuiku, the closer of the pair. Fuele doing well. Started the match a bit nervous on the ball, but really grown into it, as are the Congo. Clipped in. First contact and then very smart header back, and Fetcherlow just getting there to avoid a concession of a corner. So just 1 minute of this first 15. See if there's any particular amount of additional time. Kwali, good touch and then ball out. Felt like they could have played on, and that's why Lazola Maku was quick on it. It's a long ball when there's still other options to work through. Both teams trying to force the issue. And fatigue, particularly mentally as physically. Of course, playing its part, as does experience and know-how. Elon Smith. Lovely little flick on. Oh, that's a great bit of play to block and then charge to the byline. Was he dragged down? Well, the DR Congo fans certainly think so. At the moment it's a corner, but they want more. So does the bench. Well, they think, I'm guessing VAR might get involved. Let's see. Tyler Smith, hand across. It's the very slightest tug of the jersey. The Tobo then going down. First look. I don't think VAR are going to get in the referee's ear for that. Tyler Smith getting that touch though. That's why the referee pointed for the corner. Well, I wouldn't say those glasses aren't tinted slightly towards the young Leopards. A little bit of hands and some complaints to officials. That's what the stress and strain of this competition and how much it means, how much work has gone in the background, in the lead up. And once they arrived here in Egypt, I'd be surprised if South Africa hadn't reacted the same way. I wonder, is the referee looking to talk to the captains? Tobo still down, getting a little bit of magic spray. Tyler Smith certainly doesn't look like a player under the eye. Well, you can see, you don't have to be a lip reader to see Safiso Timba saying, get up. Kaiser Chiefs fullback certainly wasn't convinced. Cam just about restored. Well, he's saying, how couldn't you see it? It's not so much they didn't see it, but it's to do with whether there was enough contact to bring about a penalty, which is a high threshold it should be. They are still complaining. Raymond and Daka just calmly waiting. It's the referee now. Says the corner kick to take. Late to the party, Kalonji, but drifting towards him. It's the two centre-backs who've been so dangerous for DR Congo. Zandvoort! Oh, wow! I think some people thought they'd scored. Daniel Tislanda getting closer and closer. That was an absolute rocket. But now South Africa, the other end are in. Malangu! And South Africa may be on their way to the semi-finals. Incredible drama at the Suez Canal Stadium. DR Congo wanted a penalty at one end. They then saw a Tislanda effort, the wrong side of the post. And then a minute later, the Amajita have struck. Well, that is the under-20 AFCON drama that we've been seeing throughout the day. Fletcher Lowe, now was the ball moving as he thumped it forward? I don't know if that's under review, but there's nothing but brilliance in the end. Wing wizardry from Shaquille April. Got the break of the ball, but got his head up. And Malangu again. It's to bang as the Amajita look to book their place at the Under-20 FIFA World Cup in Chile. His third goal of the tournament. It could be a priceless one. Well, I heard that. The word goal was said. We don't know who said it, but it has been given. And now tempers flaring, and it's all getting a bit messy. Safiso Timba looks like the player with his hands up saying it wasn't me, but the linesman, other CAF officials are having to come on. It's impossible to see what on earth kicked that off. Well, of course, we understand the emotional toll when it comes down to such small margins. And look at centre back Nkwali dragging away. I think it was Safiso Timba. Down on the deck, Slazola Maku will play. It had clearly restarted while we were still enjoying the drama of the replays. So Maku getting treatment, but who knows what else is going on. Well, this is the moment he snuck away from Kalonji, but what a ball in. But look at the composure from Malangu. And the super sport striker with a super finish. Rapu and the Amajita roaring. But there's still time for the DR Congo to hit back. They are feeling aggrieved. They felt there should have been a penalty. They then saw Daniel Tislanda fire just past the post. And then almost immediately, the long ball from Fletcher Lowe. And we are at the break in extra time. a breathtaking finish to that first 15. What on earth have we got in store in the second? Plenty to ponder for Guy Bukasa. Now, will there be any disciplinary action? There was a lot going on. Thankfully, we have the officials team to deal with it, and VAR, of course, can be of assistance. Well, Tabang Malangu looks like being the hero. He put extra gloss on the Sierra Leone victory, but this time, as he has Fletcher Lowe hanging from his bar. DR Congo having to control their emotions, and there are plenty. But it's Tabang Malangu who looks to have taken a huge step in pushing the Amajita towards the semi-finals and a place at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. But they've got to survive this final 15 minutes. Second half of extra time. South Africa lead by a slender 1-goal advantage. Long ball from Tishalanda, who was not far away from being on the score sheet himself. And the quick thinking of Fletcher Lowe, the work of Shaquille April, and then the touch and finish from Malangu as DR Congo chasing the match. Well, you saw their confirmation on your screen. David Mukandila picked up a yellow card. Of course, we didn't see it. Only guess is that since Lazola Maku was down on the ground, might have been for a challenge on him, but either way, cautioned, and on we go. Malangu saying he didn't foul, but he also didn't take the ball. He's used to being a substitute for his club side, Supersport United. 8 sub-appearances, the 19-year-olds in the past 2 campaigns. Yet to find the back of the net, although only 130 minutes of action. But he's got a great goal-scoring ratio at this competition. Of course, the group stage, only Sierra Leone's Mamo Ibrahim Kamara scored more with his 4 goals. So at the moment, it's Malangu's goal that splits these sides. But we are not over yet. Tishalanda with a switch of play. It was initially well left by Lufuiku, but then it was taken back as there's an injury. Shaquille April needing some treatment, and it looks like his boot's coming off. He may also be coming off. So will that be the end of his night? He's already made a huge contribution with the assist for Malunga. Dylan Smith away. It was his little nibble at the shirt of Matobo that brought fierce accusations. The young leopard should have had a penalty, rightly ignored. And then from the corner kick, Daniel Tishalanda smashing just wide, so much so that some thought it was in. It was that close. But then Fletcher low, the quick thinking, the quality of the ball, that little bit of luck that got April away from Kalungi. And then Malangu did the rest. So off goes Jules Aoka, needs, must. And on heads Grady Kantungulu, the Ange Vert midfielder. Not long to make an impression. The only impression DR Congo need to make is one on the score sheet. Five minutes already come and gone. Just 10 remaining plus any additional time. Tony Talasi, it's a great ball in behind. The flag stays down. Oh, and it's just wide. It was a tough angle, but Lufuiku, could he have stepped forward and had a tap in? As it is, Ibrahim Matobo with a great run here. Would he have been offside? Maybe. Safiso Timba was playing him on in the right back role. He had Tylon Smith on a plate, but then he fired wide. And now on comes Kuzilwano Letalaku, who scored the opening goal against Zambia. And that turned into a 1-1 draw. That was fine. That saw them through. Top of Group A. This time, the same result would see this go to penalties, as it is South Africa preparing to advance, and a second goal would surely finish things. Malungu linking with Pili. They link again. Tries to fire in, but strong block. Lufuiku loses it under his feet, and it's going to be a throw in. April might be over, but in May it's Shaquille who's created for Malungu. Driving into space. DR Congo have to be brave as they now run into the referee. Pushing bodies forward in the desperate search for an equaliser that would force penalties. Well, the substitute, Katungulu, gets it caught under his feet. Tata thought he was fouled. Play rages on. I think we're going to see more of Tishalanda in an attacking position. Oh, ran into traffic. Says the ball was played. DR Congo have 4 white shirts on the edge of the area. They want a delivery, but instead South Africa find a get out of jail free card. Ukandila losing it out and then flooring Pili. And just killing some precious seconds. Headed away by Dieu Kalonji. South Africa will be happy enough just to have ball and breaks in play. Bit of a dangerous switch, but it's worked out okay. Timber. Ball in field to Maku, looks to have recovered from his knock at the end of extra time half. Lovely bit of movement from Otata. Flag stays down. Deflected into the hands of Tutu, and now a belated flag. Running out of time, Guy Bukasa, to remain in the competition. DR Congo came into this dreaming of a first qualification for the Under-20 World Cup. That hope is hanging by a thread, as is their Under-20 AFCON journey. Kakana, lovely. But then undercooks the pass to Letalaku. Stepping forward, Lu Fuiku. Oh, that was not the option to take. He wants a corner. Even his own claims lack any real veracity. But this big chance. Tyler Smith in the end will be pretty happy that he pushed him wide enough, but he couldn't find the far corner. And no one there to just grab a tap in. Bailey battling hard, and he'll win a throw off Mukandila. He felt he was fouled. Referee disagrees. Ball clipped in. Malangu got on his heels, but now a little touch there, bobbling around. 4 minutes remain. Katungulu did well to at least keep his side in possession. They just want the ball up the other end. Need something to happen against Raymond Ndaka's side. Shalanda. Matobo. He has Talasi with him. Steps on it, then whips in a ball, but blind one because there was no one in the middle. They've lost Samuel Ntanda, and they've lost a real figure to hit in the centre forward position. Timber smart not to head back towards his own goal. Smart play and then distance. Malangu. Here comes the near last chance saloon. Manitu takes out the cross, but Smith with a good clearance. Fuele. Oh, wow. Outstretched arms of Daniel Tislanda. Not for an embrace. So a late change Is there time for Kevin Makoko Mishweka to make an impact? And Lufuiku, who came on to replace Samuel Ntanda with that painful experience of being brought on and then subbed off. Well, that is great strength and strides made, but he's asked a lot of Tony Talasi. Now, Makoko asked the question why he didn't get a free kick. We're being tugged back, but it's because they played on. Malangu, not very subtle. Makoko did so well. Once this happened, foul on Rapu. They're celebrating because they are now 30 seconds plus any additional time away from the World Cup and a last four spot at Egypt 2025. So close to joining Nigeria, Morocco and Egypt, and particularly the Flying Eagles, who at the moment South Africa will play unless there's a late tale to tell. But the DR Congo know they have just 55 seconds remaining. It's now or nearly never. South Africa with everyone behind the ball.
Additional time, 1 minute.
Makoko. He's playing, you wonder it took so long to get him on the pitch. Lifted in, Talasi, but he flicks it, and that's going for a goal kick. And the realization that the dream is over will be sinking in, and sinking hard. This was the moment. Not strong enough from Kalonji. Brilliant from April. And Malangu with the touch and finish. And it does look finished. Well, they are ready to party. And yes, it is. And the breaking news is South Africa are into the last four of the CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations.